The Canon EOS R5. Canon announced this camera not so long ago as their new flagship mirrorless camera. Just as everyone else has done, I've been scrolling through tons of websites looking at the specs, and from what I'm seeing, it looks like it could be the best mirrorless camera ever. But in my opinion, there are three things that will make this camera absolutely suck. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Greg, and if you're new to the channel, then please consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell icon. If you end up enjoying this video, then I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like down below. So for the few of you out there who are watching this video and have not heard anything about the R5, I'm going to give a quick rundown of the specs before getting into why I think this camera sucks. If you don't want to hear about the R5 specs for the 100th time, then you can go and skip to this time code. Canon says that the R5 will have a brand new image sensor and processor. That's pretty cool. It will also have a 12 frames per second mechanical shutter and a 20 frames per second silent shutter, which will be really good for sports photography. It's also rumored that the R5 will be able to take 45 megapixel stills. 45 megapixels? I know. That's a lot. This is going to be incredibly good for all the landscape photographers out there. The main thing getting everybody excited about this camera is the R5's video features. It has 8K RAW. 8K? That's insane. Okay, dude, please just let me do the video, okay? I know you're excited, it's a great camera, but can I please just finish the video? Thank you. So not only does the R5 shoot in 8K, it shoots 8K uncropped. It also shoots 4K at up to 120 frames per second. This is all done in 10-bit 422, which is absolutely insane. My GH5, which I'm shooting on right now, has 4K 60 at 10-bit 422, and I absolutely love using it. So I can't imagine how good it would be to have it at 120 frames. It is also said that Canon Log and their dual pixel autofocus will be able to work in both 8K and 4K modes, which is really awesome. And that 10-bit color is going to be really nice to color grade. And then there's something we don't often see in Canon cameras, and that is IBIS, or in-body image stabilization. As most of you would know, the GH5 has 5-axis image stabilization built into the body, and you all know how well that works, so I'm really excited to see how well Canon's IBIS will work. Another huge feature of this camera is going to be their dual card slots. Again, on my GH5, I do have dual card slots, and I must say that I absolutely love it. It's so good to have a backup card in your camera when you're shooting client work, because trust me, you don't want to get home after a shoot and find out that your card is corrupt or not working, and you have to reshoot everything again. Now, the most sought after piece of information about this camera is its price and its release date. It's going to be way over $3,000. You've actually said something good for once. People on the internet are going mad about this price. I've seen people say $3,500 all the way up to $10,000. I think the camera is going to be priced somewhere between $3,500 and $4,500, maybe $5,000 if we're pushing it. Now, Canon has said that the coronavirus is not going to impact the release date of the camera, and it's said to come out around May or June this year. Now, on paper, this camera might have some absolutely mind-blowing specs, but is it actually going to be a good camera and something worth buying in 2020? Personally, I don't think it's going to be a good camera for 2020, and I have a few reasons why. Firstly, 8K. Everyone's going absolutely mad over 8K. I think it's pretty cool. Yes, I know you love the 8K, just calm down. But if you think of it, when are you ever going to watch YouTube in 8K? Most of you right now are watching this video in probably 720 or 1080p, even though I filmed it in 4K. So there really isn't much point for 8K. Also, most displays these days are not even 8K. There are only a few 8K TVs on the market at the moment, and they are incredibly expensive. For me, I think we're still in the transition phase from 1080p to 4K, because not even most phone screens these days are 4K. So let's say a client does want you to make an 8K video. On top of the already expensive cost of this camera, you're going to have to upgrade your PC a lot. Most people's editing setups are only just getting geared to handle 4K video. I can tell you right now that most professional video editing setups won't even be able to edit the huge high bitrate 8K files from the R5. So not only have you forked out about $4,500 for the camera, you're going to have to spend a ton of money upgrading your PC to just be able to edit the footage in 8K. If that's not enough to get you to say no to buying the R5, then I'm going to tell you one more reason why I don't think this camera is going to be worth it in 2020, and that is the SD card price. Just like in the GH5, the R5 has two card slots. The one is a high-speed CF Express card, and the other is a UHS 2 SD card. These are both fairly new SD cards, and the prices for them are pretty high. Now, while in my GH5 it's okay to have a 64 or a 128GB SD card to film 4K in, it's not going to work for the R5. Those 8K files are going to have such a high bitrate and take up so much space that the minimum card size I think you'll need is going to be a 256GB. Just to give you a little bit of a comparison as to how expensive these will be, if you get a regular Sony 128GB Tough Series UHS 2 memory card that has a 300 megabytes per second read speed and a 299 megabytes per second write speed, you're going to be $210 down. That's a lot of money for an SD card, and considering you're going to need double the space and a slightly faster card, I'd say you're going to be looking at close to $500 or $600 just for your two SD card slots. While I want to applaud Canon for what they've done by putting these high-end specs in a mirrorless camera, I think it's a bit of overkill. I still think we have quite a few years until we're fully into the 4K filming and editing stage before we can move on to 8K. So I don't think this camera is going to make much sense purchasing now, and maybe it's something to look at in 5, 6, 7, or 8 years time when 8K is more relevant. So basically what I'm saying is I think the EOS R5 is well ahead of its time, and that's why I think there are also rumors of an R6, which if you'd like me to make a video on, let me know down in the comments below. I'd also like to know what your opinion is on the R5.
I think it's cool.
Go away, please.
Okay.
I'm asking them, not you. What your opinion is on the R5, so please let me know in the comments below, and let's get a discussion going. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that bell icon, because I'd really appreciate it. That being said, I look forward to what other major brands such as Panasonic and Sony can produce to go up against the R5. That's it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.